Okay, so a little bit of introduction about yourself.
My name is Taechin Her. I am from California, from the U.S., a small town called Marysville.
How did you get to know about Flesh and Blood? Your friends or?
So I go to MTG Osan Tabletop, and it's a nice place. I started with 40K, Warhammer 40K, and then I heard they were doing a Flesh and Blood event, but I missed it.
In Osan, right?
And Osan, yes. And so on my downtime, because normally, not everyone every week plays 40K, I thought of getting into Flesh and Blood because I heard it was also much easier and much cheaper than Magic.
So when you played the first time, how was it? Was it easy, hard, or?
I will say it's an experience. I play Magic too, and Magic is, I would say, much more simpler, but Flesh and Blood is much more rewarding, in my opinion. It's much more strategic.
Strategic, right?
Yeah, strategic, yes. Because like some decks, like red deck wins and whatnot, they're still like
mono, right?
Yeah. They're still like aggressive decks, like KO, right? And like Kano. But you gotta like have your pitch order. You need to get the right cards. The whole chain link is a new process to learn, so it's very interesting.
When you play, was there any like a hard thing to like?
I think
understand like this is like kind of like
I think the few hard things is the chain link.
The chain link. Like
the chain link.
Defense, attack, reaction, defense.
A bit of that, and then also what's considered part of the chain link. So like after your action, if you play like a non-attack action, that breaks it. That's one of the ones that people don't know about, or it's hard to remember. Some of the older ones like Spectra, I'm pretty sure people don't like Spectra a lot. It's very confusing. So
you like Flesh and Blood more than Magic right now, or?
Yeah, I like Flesh and Blood a lot more than Magic.
Oh really?
I do. Yeah, right now it's just there's more Magic players and there's Flesh and Blood, but I find more joy in playing Flesh and Blood because
Wait, how long have you played Magic?
Magic? Oh, I just started playing recently too. So I picked it up because just like I picked up Flesh and Blood.
Same time.
I picked up Magic a little bit afterwards because there's not a lot of Flesh and Blood players right now.
So you picked up both same time.
Yes, but I'd rather play Flesh and Blood than Magic. So.
Okay. Have you been to like the callings or nationals or any events? Big events?
Not yet. I'm still like building up my CC decks because I have a couple. So I have one I have built up, and then I'm trying to build up secondaries since the meta is very like diverse. But there's still like a meta available.
There's a lot of heroes, right? Would you introduce Flesh and Blood to your friends?
I would. Just the hardest part is like trying to get them interested, and I think it has a little bit higher of a learning curve than Magic, I would say.
But once you know the curve, it's fun, right? It's really fun.
Yeah, it's fun to like learn how to like attack and whatnot.
Yeah, and the synergies and like.
Like one thing that tripped me up was attacks. There's attack actions. Then there's weapon attacks. And then there's just attacks. So if it's attacks, it's both of them. If it says attack action, it's only the cards. And if it says weapon attacks, it's only your weapon.
So keywords you have to be.
So
what kind of like advice or things that you like?
Advice?
Like advice or like something like, if you do this, it'll be better, or like something like that. Improvements or feedbacks.
I heard they're already doing it with the Japanese.
The part of Mistral Japanese?
Not part of the Mistral, but like you know how there's history packs? So like they're doing, I think, what they're called an archive pack. Once there's like more heroes, I would like just special packs just for that archetype that has more of the like Majestics or the higher legendary cards.
So like just like a pack for Majestics, something like that?
Yeah, so like if I play like a boot hero and I need more of the boot.
So like KO Armory, something like that. KO Armory. Not really.
Not really like an armory box, but like this pack is for boots
only.
This pack is for assassins, and it has like the meta cards like Persuasive Prognosis.
That's a good feedback. Thank you.
So I think the history packs are good. I think the game's just a little bit too young to have the like history packs. Unless you're like a new area or region starting like Japan. So it makes sense for Japan to get the archive packs.
Okay, archive packs. Anything else?
That's it.
If you were to describe Flesh and Blood in one sentence, what would it be? That's it.
I would say, I really want to say rewarding.
Rewarding.
Yes, when you get a really good turn and you get a large amount of damage. It feels good.
The combo, you did the combo, right?
Oh yeah, combo with ninjas? Yeah.
Go again, go. You're gonna Katsu, right?
Yeah, Bonds of Ancestry.
Okay, thank you for the interview. So here is like a free pack that you can get.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
얘 같은 경우는 워리어 히어로라서 얘네들이 어떤 때 이제 사용이 되냐면 이 카드에 사용되는 대개 이제 이 카드들의 제한이 있어요. 결정해야 되고 보통은 이제 주사위로 이제 주사위 굴림으로 결정을 하죠. 손에 있는 카드들 얘는 때리면 돌아오지만 얘네들은 때리면 이제 무덤으로 가거든요. 이 게임이 끝날 때 턴이 끝날 때 카드를 자기 기능만큼 받기 때문에 4장을 받으려면 카드를 최대한 많이 쓰는 게 있잖아요.
Brief introduction of yourself, like who are you and like how do you get there?
My name is Joe Cassidy. I am from New York. I'm in the Army and I've been playing Flesh and Blood for about 1.5 years now.
How did you get to know about Flesh and Blood first?
So one of my good friends I work with, he got me into Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
And he's been playing Flesh and Blood since it came out.
Okay.
So he
2019?
2020. So when he got into the game, he wanted to get someone else into one of his friends, so he talked to me about it, and then he made a deck for me personally.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, I got this in the local player. But he got me into it, and I started playing him. And every week, every Friday and Saturday, me, him, and a couple other guys would just keep playing, and we got the hang of it. And we've gone to events together, and just made a very good connection with them.
So it's your friend who introduced you to Flesh and Blood?
Yeah.
Next question is, who's your hero that you're using? Can you briefly explain what hero you use?
So I originally started with Azalea, and I've moved around a little bit. I've been my two main heroes I've been playing with is KO and Azalea, but I'm also now building new, and they're also building new. So like us communicating from like across the world basically, just of how to build the hero. So it's just interesting and it's just fun to learn.
Next question is, what makes Flesh and Blood like fun? Like, what's so different about Flesh and Blood like Magic the Gathering, other TCG games?
You're never out of it.
Okay. Oh, that's a good.
So, I mean, especially you can go by some of the heroes like Kano.
Yeah.
You'll be down to 1 life and you can easily come back and win the game. And also just, you're never screwed by your hand. I know like they talk about like Mana Screw and other games like that, but like there's always a way to play with your hand and very like strategically. So it's just nice like always having to know what to do with your hand.
Is there any bad point with Flesh and Blood? Like something like disadvantage?
I would say sometimes when you get matched up into the wrong heroes, I would say when you're going to a big event and you pick a hero and like everyone there is playing the hero that you're not going well against.
So it's like a counter, basically.
Yeah, so like the counter sometimes is like, it's good, but it also can be bad because if everyone's running that counter hero, then you just have no chance, or
is it really no chance? Like zero?
I wouldn't say zero chance.
The chances are like high that you're gonna lose, right?
Yeah, the odds are not in your favor, so. But I think that's really it. I would say about Korea is that there's not really any like big events yet, like a Battle Hardened or Culling, so I'm sure that will change hopefully sooner or later in the future. I know it just came out, but I'm hoping that it comes here in the future.
Would you introduce Flesh and Blood to your friends or like to your family?
I try to all the time.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
So I have some friends that are into Magic and or like just card games in general, and I try to get them into it.
Okay.
And it's kind of hit or miss. It's like they either like it or they either love it or they hate it. So but every time I try and like talk to them about Magic, I talk to them about Flesh and Blood. I think this the community in general got me liking the game even more. I think of them like certain like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh, like some of those like card games, they're like, I didn't really like their community as much compared to compared to Flesh and Blood.
Community?
Yes.
So what's the difference?
I would say I've met a lot more Flesh and Blood players that just have more fun than like it's competitive, but they also they have like good sportsmanship and they have just like they're just nice about it. And I don't really see that as much in Magic. Like if you lose in Magic, they get kind of a little more upset and they kind of just not talk to you and just don't like. And like they wanted to win. It's like, how am I supposed to just let you win? It's a card game. It's competitive. Like you're going for the win, and there's more sportsmanship in Flesh and Blood.
Okay, last question is any feedback that you want to say to the LSC who made Flesh and Blood? Like anything that you want to say? Oh, maybe if you can do this, it'd be better. Like later on, or
I'm not sure.
okay.
Like I'm not like a game developer or anything. So the one thing I like about Magic is like these bundle kits. Instead of like buying a big box, I think it's more fun like opening a box and like getting those like bundle packs, or like Pokemon does it too, where you open the pack, you get like a dice and you get like a couple packs, and you're not spending $90 to $100 in USD and trying to get a box, but instead you're spending like $30 to $40 and you get your 6 packs, but you get some like sleeves, or you get some like a dice and like a counter on it. Just like having those like little things in there.
Like an add-on, kind of like a dice. They could make a dice.
Yeah, so instead of spending like loose packs, you're still getting a sealed pack, but it's not like, it's still, I think it's more fun opening like the boxes and stuff, but also not spending over $100 and trying to break your bank.
Is there any like a disadvantage or something like bad about Flesh? Not really bad about Flesh, but something like this was like kind of like off when you play the game.
I think sometimes when you go to like the instance and reactions type, like sometimes they're not like, they kind of
clear enough.
They're not clear enough. So
the comprehensive rule book, it's not clear enough. It's
like you would have to go through a rule book. Like it just doesn't really say it on the card. So like having to go like through a rule book and go through pages of books trying to figure out a ruling is sometimes like
hard.
Can be annoying. So, but like that's basically it. Like there are certain rule changes on cards, and you have to like look it up in order to know that ruling. But if you don't know that ruling when you play a card, then it's like it's too late now.
So maybe like if they could make like videos about each effects or something, like the rules, or like
or just reprints of the cards.
In the cards. Like Overpower does this, like something.
Yeah, like an example was one I found out was Snag. So they took back the thing where if you play Snag, like the effects just go away now.
Okay, that's a really good idea. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you for the interview.
Yeah, thank you.
공격력이 늘어난다. 그래서 이제 리소스가 2개 나왔으니까 그러면 이제 두 번째로
상포 포인트니까 1을 써서 2가 남아있고요.
이제 들어가게 되고
1 데미지
끝나기 전에
어플로 한번
써서 다음 턴에 쓸 수 있게 해놓고 그 다음에 이제
방식은 아닌데
인텔렉트.
So let's just briefly introduce yourself. Like, what's your name? Like, where you from?
My name is Kenneth.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Texas, and I'm currently here in Korea through the military. So during my free time, I get to spend a lot of time playing like trading card games here at the shop.
First question is very simple. Like, how did you find the game, Flesh and Blood? Was it easy? Was it hard? Like, how did you find the game? How was Flesh and Blood?
I thought the game at first seemed very intimidating. I mean, any game that doesn't, any trading card game, to be honest, looks very intimidating at first. But once you explained the rules and everything to me, I think it was pretty easy to pick up. A couple minutes of YouTube, you could definitely get the game down pretty good. I don't think it's that difficult to play.
Okay. So from Pokemon and Flesh and Blood, like what are the like differences and what makes Flesh and Blood more fun compared to Pokemon?
Let me think about that one.
Yeah.
Tokens are non-existent in Pokemon.
Okay.
Yeah. Neither is like armor. Stuff like that, or like weapons or anything like that. You're just straight using heroes the entire time.
Attack reaction?
No attack reaction.
So my turn, your turn, my turn, your turn.
That's exactly how it is.
Okay.
Yeah. That's actually why.
No instant too. No instant, because there's instants here too. Like, like Magic. Like
yeah. So in Yu-Gi-Oh, the same thing. Trap cards and stuff like that. Yeah. None of that in Pokemon. So like this is very much definitely
more fun.
Yeah, definitely. There's more like involvement. I'm waiting for you to attack me so I could trap you into something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's definitely more involvement in this game than in Pokemon.
More thinking to do.
Definitely. Yeah. There's a lot more setting up, and I like that. Like you said, it's
combo, right?
Combo. There's no such thing as really like a combo in Pokemon.
It's just like energy then attack.
Yeah, energy attack and stuff like that.
It's very simple.
Yeah, very simple. So I like this that you definitely have to put a lot of brain into it. It's very complex.
Use all your card to defend. You can't attack next turn. Like something like that, right? Yeah.
At least in my opinion, for someone like me, like I like to try to like anticipate, or I'm looking at your cards and I'm thinking the different possibilities and everything.
What is Flesh and Blood? Flesh and Blood, like fun or like I don't know.
Okay.
Today's your first day, right?
Yeah, today's my first day, so it's weird to call it like this. It's almost complex but not complex at the same time.
Oh, I like that. I like that. So it's complex but not complicated.
Yeah. It's not too much, but it's not too little. I like it.
That's a good explanation.
Yeah, so
that's good.
maybe sometimes Magic is a little bit too much.
Too much, right? Yeah.
But then
like,
Pokemon is too little.
Too little. So it's like between
it's a very sweet spot, to be honest. I believe.
Thank you.
So,
thank you for that.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you for the interview.
Of course.
Kenneth, right?
Yes.
Now we're gonna have some pizza.
Sounds wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you for the
All
interview.
right.
Okay.